creative rides, from the classic to the insane.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's have an auction. We have it at 145, we have it at 145.55.
So there's a nostalgia, there's an attachment to cars.
I literally grew up as a child running around all of these cars.
It talks to me, this car. My all-time favorite. It really is.
If you're new to the classic car market, this is a great car to buy.
There are very few brands I can say I haven't driven.
Call my insurance company, okay?
We are going to be featuring 24 vehicles that are going under the hammer.
Last call. Sold, sold, sold. Congratulations, so you just bought a Ferrari.
Welcome to Monte Casino's Grand Parade, the perfect backdrop for a classic and exotic car auction right here in sunny South Africa. Over the next couple of episodes, we're going to be featuring 24 vehicles that are going under the hammer at the 2024 Creative Rides auction. From motorcycles to off-roaders, from classics to modern-day performance vehicles. Our very first featured car was a bit of a performance legend in the 1960s. But let's let Sabby tell you a little bit more. Before the auction, a number of star lots could be viewed at the Creative Rides showroom in Bryanston. This is where Sabby got better acquainted with some of the cars and the team who put the auction together.
It's sold in 60 seconds, season 2. Coming through from our great friends, Creative Rides, the home of all classic pieces of machine that you find on the floor. They don't come cheap though. That's why we talk about some of these cars, trying to figure out how much will they go for, and a person who's responsible is the one and only Jav. You good?
Very well. How are you, Savvy?
Awesome. Huh?
The man with a hammer.
The man with a hammer. Every time I come here, you got new cars on the floor. The thing about the cars that I'm seeing on the floor, it's like I need to have a bigger budget compared to last year.
Yeah, bigger budget, bigger shoes for the bigger pedals, bigger rubber. It's bigger and better.
The piece of machine I'm leaning on, taking it back to the 60s or 70s, the Holden.
69.
We've never seen this.
We've never seen one either. 1969 V8 Holden. Two-door coupe, air conditioning, twin pipes out the back. It's a very rare car that sounds even better than she looks. These were directly imported from Australia. It goes.
Yeah.
They were built for racing. They have a long racing pedigree history. South Africans go crazy for them. Australia goes crazy for them.
Oh, Australia.
They're extremely unique and extremely limited numbers. This is literally the first one we have ever seen.
Tell me about this machine. What makes it different to all the other ones?
It's a beautiful love story. The husband bought it for his wife, who was infirm in hospital at the time. And he said to her, sweetheart, if you walk out of this hospital by the end of the week, your brand new Holden will be waiting for you at home. She walked out.
Yeah.
She's been driving it ever since. They've been happily married 67 years. They walked into the shop not so long ago and said, we have a Holden, we'd like to auction. A few days later, here she is.
I love you, 'cause you're a piece of my heart.
Any modifications or still all parts?
Absolutely standard.
Yeah.
As you found her is as he had her. I think it's 70,000 miles.
Wow, that's pretty much brand new.
Been in the same family ever since.
Yeah.
And they still in love. We're in love with the car. And we hope somebody else will be soon on auction.
How much you thinking this one's gonna go for?
We're guesstimating anywhere between 800 and 1.3 million.
Whew.
But we're not sure because no one's ever had one on auction in the last 30 years.
Do you see this one staying or do you see it going out to Australia?
We'd love it to stay.
We'd love for it to
We
stay.
would love it to stay. We've done a few Fairmonts before.
Yeah.
They've all gone to Australia. This Holden is even more special, even rarer, very limited numbers. There's always a fierce rivalry between Australia and South Africa, be it Stillnocks, be it Springboks, be it anything, even with cars. I think we're more passionate about our cars here than Australians would be. We've had a few battles online before. South Africa have won a few, Australia's won a few, but we've never had a Holden.
People coming in via both entrances, make your way to the auction tent if you can hear this voice. Enjoy the cars, register as a bidder, here we go. A lot of these cars come out of fine collections that haven't been seen for many, many years. The Holden as a prime example. A true love story and soon to be sold to the next generation. The 69 Holden Monaro GTS V8. We've never seen one before. We've never auctioned one before. Here we go. 200,000 at 200,000, 350, 4 now. At 5.5, you have it at 55, at 5,500, you have it at 600,000. 69 Holden Monaro GTS V8s. And she sounds better than she looks, gentlemen. At 675, and you have it at 675, 5 now. 700,000, and you have it at 7.25 now. Where will you ever see a Holden Monaro again? Fair warning online. I can't wait any longer. First call on the phone at 750,000. Second call on the phone at 750,000. Hammers up. Telephone's out. You're in. Third and final call. Congratulations, sir. You just bought a Holden. Sold it at 750,000 rands. You got the buyer, sir.
The winning bidder was phoning from Australia. So this particular Monaro will be returning to its place of birth after more than 50 years of braai vleis, rugby and sunny skies.
One of the highlights at this year's auction is the large amount of Mercedes-Benz on offer. Every decade from the 1930s, including sedans, coupes and drop tops. To start us off, Savvy's got a glamorous 50s number.
If I had the money in my bank account, I'd speak to Gary and would try and make a deal before this car goes on auction. Gary, you got a story with this one. You've sold it 3 times.
I certainly do.
Huh?
It's my all-time favorite. It really is.
It's such a beautiful car. Tell me more about this car.
It's a 1958.
1958, okay.
220S Ponton Cabriolet. There were only 22 of this car made in the world in right-hand drive ever. Incredibly uber rare. What's fascinating about it too is not only is it a convertible 2-door, but it's a genuine 4-seater. Here you can have 4 people having pleasure. You could have a really wonderful time with your friends. And over 13 years, I've sold it 3 times. Many owners have made a fortune of money and had an immense amount of pleasure. We think there are 3 in South Africa, in carburetor version, and then there are 3 fuel-injected versions. So they're a little bit different, and as it happens with the quality of our fuel, carburetor is preferable. You just have a little less trouble with it.
Yeah.
Very reliable, drives very easy. Had a restoration about 16 years ago. And as you can see, interior and exterior, it's in truly stunning condition.
Immaculate condition. How far did you guys go with restorations?
It's original from 1958.
Wow.
So it was restored by the then owner. So it was fitted with German leather, metallic silver paint. It was born in black, and it became a silver car, which is the bulk of Mercedes-Benz classics. Metallic silver. It's their color.
Why do you love this car the most, Gary?
It talks to me, this car.
Would you buy it if you had the money?
Yes, I did buy it 13 years ago.
And
everyone told me I was mad. But it's done very well for myself and other people over that period of time.
So if I buy this car, selling it back is not going to be an issue?
I would guess that between 3 and 4 years, you will certainly double your cash, whatever you pay. So a wonderful investment and an incredible motor car.
How much do you think this one's going to go for?
It's going to go between 2 and 3 million rand.
2 and 3 million rand.
But it's worth right now, quite honestly, 3.5, 4 million rand.
Okay, so if you can get it for 3 million, you're getting it above.
You're getting a great deal.
Yeah?
And you won't find another one in a hurry.
Two right-hand drives of this car ever made, ladies and gentlemen. There she is. The 1958 Mercedes-Benz 220S Ponton Cabriolet, and it's a 4-seater. You can put the whole family in it. One of 22 right-hand drives ever built in the world. And we have it right here in Johannesburg, South Africa. Online bidding has already started. 1 million rand, and you have it selling at Juan, and you have it selling at $1 million now. 1,250,000, 1.555, and you have it selling it now. Have it at 2 million now. Have it at 2, have it at 2, have it at 2 million, and you have it at 2 now. Have it at 2 million, have it selling at 2, have it hit him high, hit him hard, sir. At 265, 7 of it, 265, 7 of it, sir. Fair warning, gentlemen, 2,650,000. Once. Twice at 2,650,000. Third and final call. Sold at 2,650,000 rands. You've got it, sir. Congratulations.
The 220S comfortably eclipsed the lower estimate of 2 million rand. But perhaps history will repeat itself and Gary might get a 4th opportunity to sell the Ponton convertible in a few years' time.
Manufacturers go to great lengths to cater to buyers' needs. However, sometimes they want something a bit different, more unique. For those enthusiasts, the only option is to build your own dream car. And there are a couple of those in the catalogue this year. Let's take a look at one of them.
So the beast right behind me, you think I know Batman personally, but I can tell you that if you got the right price, I might get you in the front line when it comes to the auction. Welcome back.
Nice to see you again.
Nice seeing you again. Amazing stuff. We're back season 2, so many cars, and I see we're coming through with some recreations this time around.
Sure.
Which year back are we taking this one?
This is a 1933 Ford Roadster. It's a replica of that, or recreation as we like to call it. This particular one is built by a company called Kick Center out in the East Rand.
Okay.
They don't exist anymore, but they did bring out a lot of cars at the time, such as AC Cobras, GT40s, and the beach buggies we all love and know.
What does the average person consider most in buying a car?
Fine car appearance as well as fine car performance at low cost.
So you told me this is a recreation. How different is it to the original?
The original would be a little V8, a similar sort of look, but not what we see here.
The businessman expects dependability, and he'll get it in the Ford V8.
This is a ground-up build. This car is built out of fiberglass and a steel chassis.
To offer the fine car performance of a V8 engine.
There's a beautiful V8 under the bonnet. On this particular one, isn't a Ford motor, unfortunately. They're running a 305 Chevy V8 paired with a 350 turbo box.
Quick acceleration in the V8 carries you through traffic smoothly.
So it's an automatic, easy to drive, just a little wide. You don't know where the ends of it is. So you got to watch out on that.
Does it have a little bit of power? It looks like it can move.
It does move. It does move.
You get a real thrill when you step on the accelerator and feel the surge of power in a V8.
I love all the details. I've added the color. What do you call this? A burnt orange?
It's definitely a burnt orange. Very different to any other burnt orange I've seen in a while.
There's a car that gives you fine car beauty while it's delivering fine car performance.
It looks absolutely amazing. I'm loving the black interior. Is that an orange stitching?
It's orange stitching, yeah. Bucket seats molded around the driver.
New interior refinements add to the beauty of the Ford V8 in both the deluxe and standard models.
It's definitely something very different.
It's a beautiful car, taking it back to the year 1933 with a modern twist.
Only by driving this great car can you enjoy its smooth power and solid roadability.
How much do you think we're going to get for this one?
I reckon 6700,000 Rand.
You know what you need to do. Sold in 60 seconds.
So powerful, so smooth riding, and so beautiful a car can cost so little to buy.
Now we get into some American muscle, the Ford Roadster Hot Rod. Here we go. A great looking restaurant. Any other to go, let's online has already happened at 200,000 now. 200,000 any other to go, any other to have it selling at 200,000, any other to 2.25 now. At 200 at 300,000. At 35, any other to 35, any other to 355, 555, 375. At 370, any other to 4, any other to 4.25 now. At 4 to have it at 45, 450, sir. At 460,000, any other to 4, don't lose the guy, have it at 460 now. 10,000 more, gentlemen. You could be going home in a Restamod Roadster. At 465, 65, 65, 5, any other to go now. At 465, first call. At 465,000, second call. At 465,000, you might have done it with a little jump. At 465, 65, first call. At 65, 5, second call. At 465, 65, for the Restamod Hot Rod. Congratulations, sir. You just bought it. Sold at 465,000.
The custom market is a specialized one, but as we just saw, quality still fetches a great price. From custom-built one-offs to a car that's supposed to put millions on wheels. In next week's episode, we take a look at a Citroen.
And if you're new to the classic car market, this is a great car to buy.
First call at 225,000.
We discover a muscle car from Ford.
It's a modern collectible that you can drive every day.
Ridiculous power with that Super Snake. 740,000 rands.
And we take a look at why Austin Mini still has its enduring appeal.
You said we can drive on a pavement with it?
Absolutely.
All right.
Great little car to run around in. Genuine mileage. Sold, sold, sold!
Creative Rides, South Africa's biggest collector car auction event.